Check it for live. Usually it pops up on the old phone. Jesus. Yeah, we are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the United Way for the Manchester United versus Crystal Palace. I was about to say Premier League preview, Carabao Cup preview. How do I say this without messing up your words already? Crystal Palace travel to Old Trafford tomorrow to face the champions of the Carabao Cup. You know, it's better than the FA Cup Champions League, isn't it, lads? I mean, you know what I mean? Not being biased or anything or stupid. But, yeah, we face Crystal Palace. A decent team, you could say. They have a few decent players. I know they lost Zaha and all that, but still have decent few players. But obviously, we got the job done just on Saturday, beating Burnley 1-0. Brilliant goal from Bruno. But Tom, I just want to get your thoughts on the game on Saturday against Burnley.
It was a good, much needed result because we've lost the last 3 games in a row before that, so we needed to win no matter whether it was good or not. I mean, obviously with the injury problems and the whole instance with Anthony Sancho, we're in big trouble with the players we have. Also, obviously, there was a good few fringe players playing players when we get so much game time. But I thought we did enough to get the job done. Thankfully, Burnley are having a poor start to the season. You know, I mean, brilliant goal from Fernandes, Johnny Evans, one of the best games he probably ever played in his career, to be honest with you. Now, sure, and he's 35. Sure, he's getting pretty old now, but he had a brilliant game. I thought Hannibal played quite well as well. You know, Fernandes, Dalot, a few decent performances here and there. There was one or two that weren't at the races exactly, you know, but we did enough to get to 3 points, which is what we needed, to be fair, and we can hopefully just work on that and just continue improving and help we get players back from injury like Varane, Amrabat, you know, Mount, even all them. Sure, and as long as they all come back reasonable enough soon enough, then I think we'll be fine, to be fair. But sure, it was a good win. That was the main point. It was a good win.
Yeah, I mean, Ryan, I'm sure you watched the match on Saturday as well. What do you think of it?
Yeah, no, you know, Johnny Evans turning into like prime Xavi at Barcelona, you know, picking out that pass. But Bruno, again, brilliant finish. I mean, there was no real stopping it. For once, Onana didn't rub Vaseline on his goalie gloves, so he actually kept a clean sheet.
Lads, he wasn't bad, was he? I mean, I have to give it to him.
Well, he made a good save in the first half, fair enough. He was good, yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't put Vaseline on the old gloves, so he could catch something, you know.
Yeah, well, hopefully he does the same tomorrow.
But look, as Tom said, it was a much needed win. We needed a win. You know, nice to keep the clean sheet as well, but hopefully this is a sign to say things are going to improve and we're going to win more games in the future.
Yeah, fingers crossed. I mean, we should be beating Palace, but even back to the game, like that win took the pressure off Ten Hag especially, because if we lost that game, Jesus, lads, could you imagine the pressure? I mean, don't get me wrong, Burnley could have beaten us. We weren't great, but Burnley is. I know I'm not trying to come up with excuses because I know the City scored a few there, Tottenham, Villa. But the tough more, especially Manchester United, they don't do well when they travel there. So when you get any sort of win, you'll take
it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Johnny Evans, like, I remember I typed into the group chat, and I was only messing when I said it, but I'm claiming it. Evans masterclass.
No, you did say it before, so we'll give you
credit. I know. I wasn't serious, but I was just thought, look, I'm going to claim it. But I don't know, like, I mean, does he move up the pecking order? I mean, I'm sure he was, like, I'm not saying, let's start them, but, you know, does he take over? You know, does Maguire come down and Evans go up, or what are we saying? Because, I mean, Maguire's been at Manchester United for how long, and he never had as good as performance as that. So, what do you reckon?
Yeah, no, I think what's going to happen is you're going to have, obviously, Licha and Varane.
Yeah.
Then you'll probably have Lindelof, Evans, Maguire.
Yeah. I mean, if Luke Shaw was fit, Maguire just go all the way down. Casemiro, let's throw him in there all the way down. But yeah, I mean, Tom, would you agree with Ryan?
Oh yeah, I would 100%. Yeah, sure. I mean, I think even before Evans played us for all, he was a bit above Maguire, but definitely now.
Yeah. I mean, I was raging his goal was offside though.
Oh yeah, we all were.
Yeah.
3 games in a row.
But no, like. Right,
glad you said
we
it,
go
Tom.
back. We go back to, the centre back pecking order. This only just came into my head. I don't know why I'm already laughing at it, but even Bruno Fernandes is above Harry Maguire for the centre backs.
Yeah,
He's not wrong.
no, that's always funny. Like, and Maguire's back as well for tomorrow's game, so yeah, hopefully he doesn't start. I haven't even predicted him to start. No way. Yeah. That's it. I felt like he would have started on Saturday if he was fit. That's the problem. That's what scares me.
Yeah.
Do you know that way?
Yeah.
I mean, why he's still at the club, Tom? It's just, I know people are saying, should we hate on Maguire, but I'm not. Like, he does it to himself.
He just has to go. There's no ifs. He just has to go.
Exactly. Like, I just don't know. Like, I just don't know. But like, we spent 80 million on him, and it's probably like we could have spent that 80 million on something totally different. Better defender, better midfielder, strike, you name it. But we thought, no, let's go for Slabby Maguire, and now we're paying for it. But yeah, I mean, I think we have 9 points now in the Prem. I think we've won 3 Premier League games now and lost the rest. I don't think we've drawn any games yet.
Yeah, 1-3 lost 3, yeah.
Yeah, I think where are we? Are we 8th or 9th?
I think
Something
9th.
like
I
Yeah.
think 9th.
This is awkward.
Is he frozen or?
Yeah, no, he's well frozen.
Oh dear. Should give him a second to be back, sure.
Do you reckon we get the job done tomorrow?
I'd say so, yeah, sure. I mean, I know it's been a bit of a bumpy ride so far, but I'd say with nothing we've passed. I don't think it'd exactly be on an amazing performance, but we'll get the job done. I think we have enough to get through to the next round.
Yeah, like I honestly think I wouldn't say we're gonna send out a weak side, but it'll be a lot weaker. I think we'll keep the strong side for the Premier League.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we need a bit of rotation. I think it's best to give like Garnacho and Pellistri and all them a chance. And obviously they're giving some of them a chance, but obviously the injuries we've had. But I suggest throw a few of them in and just give them the keeper, even throw Martial and the keeper, throw them in as well, maybe or something like that, and give them a chance. Because there'll be a lot of games this season. We are pretty tired after last season because we played a lot of games last season. So I do think it's going to be give a few of those players a chance. And rest up like certain like Rashford and all that because we don't want more injuries. Like we've enough as it is, so we can't get any more.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like I know what is it? Varane was back in training this week.
Yeah,
I don't even have. I don't even have him in my starting lineup for tomorrow.
Yeah, I think I do. Yeah, I think I do. I just for some reason think that he'll play, but it's a bit of a risk. But I think it's best that we just as long as he doesn't get injured again, he'll be fine. You see, but world class defender, but just the injuries kill him. Sure, like when he's gone, like the difference between him and Casemiro Martinez, like when he's there, the three of them just they're like 3 peas in a pot. They get along so well. When one of them's out, mainly Varane or Casemiro, this is not the same. Like because it just the chemistry the 3 of them have together is just unreal. You saw it last season. They just work so well together,
Yeah.
and that's the reason why our defense was solid enough last season. And obviously, there was a few games that there wasn't, but we kept the most clean sheets in the Premier League. That was thanks to the 3 of them. The 3 of them were the main reason of that.
Yeah, it's like they have that triangle, going the back in that defensive role.
That's it, yeah.
Like, and they just rub off one another. It just clicks.
That's it. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the season, you could see it was kind of different because obviously we had Martinez out. Obviously, like Lindelof did okay, but he wasn't quite Martinez's level. But he was like when the 3 of them were all fit. Like I mean, Casemiro was fine injury wise. He just gets suspended a few times. He got 2 red cards, and then Martinez. This injury now was the only issue. Before this, he was fine, but just it's a dodgy enough injury he's got now. And Varane's always been injured, but we've not that's to be first signing him. But in terms of Martinez, it's just the injuries got now, and obviously he was playing while he was hurt, and now the injuries gotten worse, which I don't want to worry us, but theoretically, this could take a big toll in his overall career. Hopefully it won't. Hopefully he gets the rest he needs, and he can be back to full fitness. But he's been playing with injuries and a bit off colour all season. Obviously now he wasn't available on Saturday, and he won't be available for another week or two, I'd say, at least, if not more. So we just got to hope that he comes back fully fit and that the three of them can maintain the partnership, because Casemiro and Varane are getting old. They're both in their 30s now. They're both getting pretty old, so it won't be too much.
Yep.
Won't be too much longer. So we have to find replacements for the two of them.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that Martinez is crap. He's a great fucking centre half for us. But I think ever since he got that injury against Sevilla, his form has dipped.
100%. I know you're spot on there. No, it's hard for players to come back after injury, because he didn't get injured at all last season. He played in most, if not every single game until the injury. He was playing week in, week out. It was very rare that he wouldn't play. He played most games this year, and he had the consistency, so he was fine to see. Obviously, he played most weeks. He was fine. He did have a bad game here and there like the whole team, but most game weeks he was fine. He put in good effort. He was a good left foot centre back that we needed. And now with injuries here, and that was a bit of a challenge. I had a fair idea he'd probably be a bit rusty coming back. I don't think by any means he's finished or anything, but it's just a slow start. I just think his injury is taking a lot worse toll than we'd hope it would. But sure, look, that's his football, and injuries are just a real pain in the hole, unfortunately. But sure, I'd say just wait and see what happens, and just hopefully he comes back the same Martinez that we remember.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah,
but I hope tomorrow, I can see Casemiro starting, but I think I wouldn't say we're going to play defensive, but I can see us playing with two CDMs tomorrow, and that's why I'm kind of I can just we're not going to go full out defensive.
Yeah.
It's not going to be like Mourinho parked the bus.
Yeah.
After going 1-0 up. But if we play, if we don't play basically Martinez and Varane tomorrow, if we play Evans, Lindelof, Evans, Maguire, whatever, I have a funny feeling Ten Hag will look at that look, they're not the quickest. Let's play with two CDMs to give them the cover they need.
Yeah, that's good. That's another issue. That's a very good point you mentioned there about the lack of pace that the Lindelof and Evans would have. You see, because obviously Varane has pace, Martinez has pace, Shaw when he's fit has pace. Obviously Shaw plays 2.5 sometimes. But yeah, no, the two of them actually does a very good point you made there. Actually, we would need that extra defensive cover because the two of them aren't the quickest to see. So you'd need maybe throw on an Amrabat in there, and Amrabat and Casemiro. Obviously, Amrabat's got a bit of pace. Casemiro not the fastest, but he's getting old. A name I would like to see back, obviously, I know he's back in training, is Kobbie Mainoo, because obviously he had a brilliant pre-season. He did really well against Arsenal, and he had no role because good pre-season. He unfortunately got injured against Real Madrid, but I'd say I like to see him back. I know obviously he's a young lad, sure he's only a year older than me, but no, he looked very good, to be fair. He's got pace, he's physical, he's a very good promising player. He's shown a lot of promise for a lad only his age, because he's only 18 or something, 18 and a half maybe. Yeah. When he comes back, which hopefully soon enough, because he's back in training, I look forward to see him play good, because he may only be 18, he's only a kid, sure, but he strikes me as a player who we have hope for and has good potential, because midfield, CDM, Casemiro's getting a bit old, so it's good that we can have that breath of fresh air and Kobbie Mainoo coming in, because I think he can do a very good job if it's asked of him.
Yeah, you look at our young midfielders that are up and coming, and that there's potential in me. You have Pellistri, you have Diallo, Garnacho, Mainoo, Hannibal Mejbri. So we are kind of set for the future. It's just how we're going to develop them, and if they get regular playing time soon enough.
Yeah, that's it. You see Hannibal's play against Burnley there. He'd a pretty good game, I thought. he's problems in play. I mean, obviously he was on loan at Birmingham last season. He did pretty well for them, and obviously he's coming to the team now. He's nothing too bad. I'm not going to say it's going to be sorry for the season, but he's off to a good start. Definitely, I mean, he gives good effort. That's the thing I'll say about him. But he gives good effort, and you say him like obviously Garnacho. He's been on the scene for over a year now. He's smashing it. Hoyland, young player, obviously he's looking pretty promising as well. Scored against Bayern Munich. I think he's got many more goals to come in, and hopefully. Yeah, Amad Diallo again, brilliant prospect. Obviously, I think he had an injury there now, but like we've seen him on Sunderland and a few times he has played. He does look promising. Palistri again, another decent player. Like we've got decent young players. Obviously, they lack that bit of skill because they're only young, sure. But like you give them that game time and experience, they will learn and they're only going to get better. Like because these players do like half decent. I mean, there's a reason they play for Man United. They're not just buying average players that just play Sunday League or anything. These players have potential. They're good players. Like. So
Yeah,
I do
no,
look forward
exactly.
to see. Yeah, I look forward to see them getting chances in a line. I mean, most of them they have something about them, obviously, and it's annoying that like at the minute with the amount of injuries, we rely on them, obviously, which takes a bit of a toll on them, you see. But wait till a fully fit squad comes in, if that does happen, which hopefully will sooner than later. Then slowly just put them in every game or so, get them that more experience around the experienced players who can help them and take care of them. And now we'll see the best of them. That's how it works. And that's how it works with Garnacho. We players, like most players, were not injured for a while. He was excelling, and obviously, thankfully, he's kept it up to the end of the season. You see, so that's the thing. That's the thing I'd say at the young players that they look really exciting, and I think that give it the right development, they'll smash it.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Sorry, lads. Internet being a bit of a dickhead.
So,
I don't know what I was talking about, but thanks for keeping it rolling, anyways. The watches were the old. Yeah, but if the internet acts up again and if all of a sudden disappear, just keep the boys where they are. But yeah, you probably talked about tomorrow, but I really asked, he's confident for tomorrow's game. Tom.
I would be overall like I'm not expecting us to absolutely destroy Palace. Like Palace are not a bad team. They've had an okay start to the season. Obviously, to beat Sheffield United at the start. They're a typical mid-table team that they have a few decent players here now. So they have Eze, Mark Guehi. Like there's some decent players. Obviously, Dean Henderson obviously was signing from us. Not a bad team, but not a bad team by any means either. I think we'll be okay. It's at Old Trafford. Players are coming back from injury swipe steadily. A few I'd say we'll be okay. I'm relatively confident that we'll get the job done, but it won't be a walk in the park. But I'd say it'll be fine. I'd say we'll edge it.
Yeah, Joe, we played them at Old Trafford last season in the Premier League, and Casemiro got a red, and it was the last 10 minutes was just like mental. I think that was the one where we thought was it was one on Will Hughes, wasn't it, where Casemiro supposedly choked him to death.
Grabbed his throat, yeah.
That was it, yeah. He grabbed Will Hughes' throat.
Yeah, the same thing happened on Saturday between City and Forest. So.
Yeah, Rodri and Gibbs White, I think.
Yeah, so he's out for, I think it was 3 games now.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But, I mean, Ryan, I think you're always confident, but confident for tomorrow? That's a no.
Look, I reckon it's going to be a tight game like the Burnley game. I was only saying it to Tom while you were trying to resolve your issues. I think we're going to have a week or so. I do. It's not going to be like 100% weak, but like I was saying to Tom, like I don't have Martinez or Varane starting tomorrow in my predicted 11. I have Johnny Evans and Lindelof, and like me and Tom are only making the point. They're not the quickest. No. So I can see Ten Hag not going fully defensive, like Mourinho parked the bus going away, but I can see him playing with 2 CDMs to give him the defensive cover because Evans and Lindelof, Evans is bloody like 35, Lindelof's pushing for 30. Like they're not the quickest.
Yeah, I mean, and they'll use that against us as well. Like Elisa as well, he's still playing for them. He's another good player. Hold on a sec. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, in a way, I hope we don't start them too slow defenders. Like I went with, I don't know who went at the back now. I think I went with Varane and Lindelof. I think you did as well, Tom. But we'll get to that when we get there. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I can see us. I can see it. I can just see it being similar to Saturdays. But the only thing I've done is I took Evans out. Like I still like. Obviously, we'll get to that. But I mean, Palace, Roy Hudson. I mean, bit of a slippery slope for Palace. I mean, we'll go through their form in a bit, but like they can hurt us if they want. That's the thing about Palace. They can hurt us if they want. I mean, what are we like? Would you say we're still a wounded joint? I mean,
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah. So I know wounded joint can be sometimes dangerous, but it's also very weak. So we're not really firing on all cylinders ourselves. But like I was actually going to ask that question, like Ryan, do you think Ten Hag could go with a strong team, rotate? Like I know we said it a load of times last season, and he still went strong, and he probably doesn't have much choice now because injuries and stuff. But like maybe be just a balanced team, like similar to Saturday, like you said.
Yeah, I can see, maybe a few players getting a rest, few players that have been on the bench getting starting time. Like, as me and Tom were saying, you could have Garnacho start tomorrow, Pelistri. I'm just throwing it out there, but, McTominay could play instead of Casemiro.
Hmm.
So, I don't think it's going to be 100% rotated, but we're definitely going to see a few players that have been like sitting on the bench.
Yeah, free.
And I think we're going to keep the strong side for the Premier League.
Yeah, that's the one thing I don't like about playing the same team twice in 1 week. Look at Leeds. We played them at Old Trafford 2-2, then we played them at their place, and I think we beat them 2-0, 3-0.
2-0, yeah, Rashford and Garnacho.
Yeah, and we didn't really play great in that game either. Home and away, Sancho came on in the one at Old Trafford and done us, but we won't talk about him, money bastard. But Tom, like, I know we haven't got to teams yet, but what do you think Ten Hag will do?
I'd say he'll go rotation enough. Like, he's not going to go extremely because Chris Passer is still a decent enough team who, as you said, can hurt you. But there'll definitely be a few players thrown in that haven't played too much this season. Like, obviously, like a Garnacho or something like that. Like, a few of them will definitely be thrown in to be given a game or so because, like, we need them to get as soon as possible. We can't be playing the same players every week because that's going to make the injury list potentially even worse. So I'd say it'll be a bit rotated, but it won't be, like, ridiculously rotated. But it'll definitely be a bit weaker. Definitely. A few players here and there that haven't played so much that we're playing, I'd say.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just looking at the head-to-head here between us. We played each other 54 times. Manchester United have won the tie 33 times. Palace 9, 12 draws. Now, obviously, there can be no draw tomorrow. I think no extra time. I think it's straight to penalties, which penalties, Man United. We're not really best friends, are we? I mean,
we did beat Brighton in April, to be fair.
Yeah, that's true. But like, let's be real. Like, if you haven't got Rashford on the pitch, or Bruno, say if you decide to take him off, say it's 1-0, and Ten Hag thinks, right, take off Bruno, rest him for Saturday. Just say, like, not saying Garnacho can't take penalties, or Pelistri, or Hoyland, or even Martial. But I'm just, let's be honest, we could be playing Bolton Wanderers, and I still wouldn't be confident going into a penalty shoot. And I don't know how that boy in there fella is. Is he good at pens, or even Onana? If they start, are they good at saving penalties? I think boy in there's the tallest out of the two, but
we can score penalties, no bother. Just saving them's the issue. Like, we can score them fine. Just saving them's a bit of an issue. But we got lucky that it's like March hit us against the bar, over the bar in April. But like, we can score them, no bother. Just saving them's the issue. But 2 new keepers, we'll have to wait and see. I'll figure it out. I mean, I would say surely they can't be any worse than De Gea. De Gea couldn't save any for life, but I'd say surely now would be at least okay. I'm sure he can save one. like, surely he can't be that bad. Like the Hale was bad for penalties. Surely he can't be that bad either. Like,
hopefully we don't have to go to penalties. Though I know I mentioned it, but
and just on that note, right? Let's just hope and pray. I'm not going to say that this is going to happen, but we'll just say if the goalkeepers have to take penalties, right?
no.
Let's just hope that Onana or Bayern Deer can actually score a penalty and not tap the ball.
Yeah, imagine Dean Henderson scores his and we don't. Yeah. Like, imagine the Carabao Cup. Like, we're still Carabao Cup champions. Get knocked out as soon as they walk into it or walk back out. I think West Ham knocked us out of the very first. Like, what are we in the third round? What
yeah,
where
third
are
round,
we?
yeah, third round, yeah.
Third round.
Imagine getting knocked out in the third round.
I mean, remember we lost to Derby in the third round back in 2018. Remember
Yeah.
Harry Wilson and I think it was like Wildcorn scored, and when Phil Jones was a penalty, we were knocked down the penalties.
Yeah, the West Ham knocked us out. Was it third round?
Yeah,
as well?
yeah, they did, yeah. Oh, I think it was Lanzini. I don't remember who, but I think Lanzini scored.
Yeah, I remember that game. I don't know. That was near. That was Ollie was manager then. But I'm just I'm looking at Brighton's Palace's injuries. Michael Elise is out. Mateus Franke, Jefferson Lerma, James Tompkins, and Ahamada are supposedly out for tomorrow's game. Elise, I think, is good. Lerma is not too shabby. Ahamada, I don't know much about Tompkins. I mean, he's not really. He's a defender. I don't think he's first choice. But could those injuries, like, that's 5. I mean, listen, we have our injuries as well, but, you know, Elise, big miss for Palace.
Oh, definitely. He's one of their best players. So he's one of the best players. Like, sure, Chelsea nearly had him, and then like he got a new contract with Palace last minute. You know, at least he's a quality player.
Yeah,
he's very good. Like, and Lerma ain't bad either. The other fellas I'm not quite unsure about. Like, but it's good that they're out. But like, mainly Elise, like, that's good he's out because he's actually a quality player. Like, you know, they gave him the time and space. Or he got 11 assists last season. Only Trossard, Salah, and De Bruyne had more. Like, Elise is a good player. Remember the free kicks when he gets last season. Like, Elise is not a player to be messed with. He's a good player.
Yeah, I'm delighted he's out now. After you mentioned that, remember that free kick? I remember that. That was horrible. But listen, we'll go through Crystal Palace's form. Hopefully I got this right because the other day I had Brighton's form in and not Burnley, so yeah, I got mixed up. So I think they played a Carabao Cup game already. So they drew 1-1 against Brentford. This is our last 5, so drew 1-1 against Brentford, beat Plymouth 4-2, beat Wolves 3-2, lost 3-1 to Villa, and a 0-0 draw on the weekend. So it's not great for Crystal Palace either, is it, Ron?
No, not by no means. I mean, you look at it there, there's 2 draws, 2 wins and a loss.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, getting that draw at the weekend against Fulham, you'd kind of be expecting Crystal Palace to beat Fulham. But,
yeah, especially
you know,
at
as you said, yeah, and like as you said, Elise is out, and he is a baller. Like, we all said it, we're happy he's out tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, look, it's not the greatest for the last 5 games, but they're still going to put a challenge to us tomorrow.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I always say look at our injuries too, but you know, I'd love to say it. You know, to be fair.
Oh yeah.
Not sure where we'd play him. I think he's more of a cam, isn't he? At least could be wrong.
Right winger as well. You can play the cam and then right.
Yeah, but look, Bruno's a bit like that, isn't he? But I think Elise can do a better playing on the right wing than Bruno.
Yeah,
that's just me. But still, like, imagine having someone on your team who can take a good long free kick. I mean, I think the last long free kick we scored was Cristiano Ronaldo against Norwich. Remember that one?
Yeah.
I think that was a long free kick. Or maybe I remember when we scored. Remember our Rashford goal against Chelsea in the Carabao Cup at Stamford Bridge? Remember that?
Oh, that was unreal.
Yeah, against Willie Caballero.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Yeah, Willie couldn't catch his balls there, could he? But anyways, But yeah, Tom, I mean, Crystal Palace's form, would you be, if you are a Palace fan, would you be convinced? Amused?
To be like, it's your typical average mid-table team of form. Like, 2 wins, two draws, a loss. Like, it's not unreal. It's not terrible. It's your typical mid-table team. Like, that's kind of what you expect from them, to be fair. Like, I mean, that's obviously, I mean, they drew to Brentford. That's fair enough. Draw to Fulham. Yeah, maybe switch win, but that's kind of fair. Like, those results are kind of what you expect. It's not like they won a game that they shouldn't have, that you would expect them, or they lost a game that you expect them to win it. It's kind of what you expect from a team like Palace, to be fair. Like, so I wouldn't be like very like pleased, but I wouldn't be like angry either. It's kind of just what you expect. It's kind of just what you expect from a mid-table team. That's what I think anyway. Like,
yeah, that's it. But here is Manchester United's form as well, which, let's be honest, it's not great either. Let's be fair. We beat Nottingham Forest 3-2, lost 3-1 to Arsenal, 3-1 to Brighton, 4-3 to Bayern, and we beat Burnley 1-0. So, again, Tom, no, I know we could say, yeah, we've had tougher opponents, but still not great, is it?
no, it's not. Like, we have had tough enough opponents, to be fair. Like, I mean, obviously Arsenal, Brighton, Bayern Munich, like tough games by all means, but yeah, but it's not great form in fairness. But I mean, you do see we can beat the mid-table teams, bottom half teams like Burnley and Nottingham Forest. We did fight against them, and even Wolves this our season. We can beat them, but enough teams don't bother us. Just the teams at the top that we struggled against. But I'm hoping Palace will be the same issue, because obviously Palace, mid-table, bottom half team, not great. I'd say we'll be okay overall. Like, I mean, that form by no means is fantastic. It's not exactly great, but like it's a bit worrying, But like, if we get a good result tomorrow, that's definitely changing our mood a bit. Like, it'll make us look a bit more promising, because it's a step in the right direction overall. Like, it's not the best form by any means at all. It's very poor form. Though the worst form we've probably ever seen in the last year or so since I first came in. But like, I'd say you can get a decent result tomorrow, and it kind of changes the picture.
Yeah, I mean, Arsenal, that's a fake scoreline. Let's be fair.
Yeah, exactly. That's another thing. I mean, sure.
Bayern as well.
If Arsenal's goal gets given, that game's turned on its head. That goal actually gets given, the game's turned on its head. And even like little things like that can kind of make it look a lot worse than it is in a way overall. Like, I mean, like, it was awful overall. Do
you know what's funny though, right? VAR was involved in the game against Arsenal. We were fucked over. Involved in the game against Brighton. Alright, you could say the ball went out, but still. The penalty for Bayern got fucked over by VAR. And on Saturday, that's 4 games. VAR. I mean, lads, did we do anything wrong? Did we not pay rent? Like, what do we do? Like, that's 3 losses and 2 wins. I mean, Ryan, like, I know we, 1 win. Hopefully, in the next 5 games, like, we can be sitting here saying, "Look at that, 5 straight wins, brilliant." Can Man United put what? I'm not sure if I'm going to say this right. Put that wrong. What's it? Make that wrong. I don't know what it is, but can Manchester United? Is this? I'm not trying to get carried away, but can we build a bit of form, a bit of momentum now? I mean,
you'd definitely be hoping we could build momentum and form off this. But, you look like, how am I going to put it? Like, we could, be brilliant up until the Champions League, when we play our next game is Copenhagen, isn't it?
Was that Galatasaray, no?
I think it's Galatasaray.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. But anyway, right? Like, we could have great form up until then, and Galatasaray go beat us 2-0, and then form could dip again, and it'll be on the rise. But look, you'd be hoping that no matter what kind of team Ten Hag puts out tomorrow, he's like, "Right, lads, you got to go and you got to play for the win. There's no messing about. You go out, you win. We'll win at the weekend against them and build form on it."
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. I mean, Galatasaray, I know it's not the preview for that game, but a few decent players there as well. That's like you have to give it to them. I mean, Zaha, Angelino. Oh, was this your
Chris
only saying?
Mertens.
Yeah, yeah. Like, and a few. I think they have a few others as well. So they're not going to be pushovers. I know Copenhagen have some lad named Larson or something like that. I was on FIFA today. I started calling him Zara Larson, the singer, the girl singer. But yeah, I mean, like, you know, hopefully we can get the job done tomorrow. I mean, we look at Crystal Palace. Who is their danger man for you, Ron?
I have two,
Okay.
and that is Eze and Edward,
Yeah. Good shouts.
because
Good
they have
shouts.
pace. They have pace. Eze can dribble, and Edward, he's physical, he's strong, he's going to push you off the balls. So they'd be the two, if they are to start tomorrow. I'd keep it very close to them and like not give him an inch of breathing room.
Yeah. I haven't heard much about Leach yet. Is he still injured? I mean, Ten Hag, obviously he mustn't have press conferences for Carabao Cup games or something like that. So no one knows if Leach is back. But if he is available, would you still stick with your lineup or would you put him in?
Yeah, no, I'd still stick with me predicted 11. I mean, I have him in me predicted 11. I'd I'd probably play him for the first half, and then I'd be like, right, Rashford, nice first half from you. Let's rest you for the weekend. And
Yeah,
then like bring on the
Rashford's.
likes of Pellistri or Garnacho.
Yeah, what do you think of Rashford at the moment as well? He's a bit all over the place. Form's a bit shaky. I mean,
He always does that. Like he always has a few games where he plays on the par, but Rashford will come back no bother. I mean, even last season when he was on fire, he said if he played a few games where he'd be poor, But like Rashford's Rashford. Like he like you can have a few more games and he'll come back. Like yeah, it's not great. He needs to improve in fairness, but I wouldn't worry about too much. He's done this before. He had a few poor games. He comes back. He's strong. Like Rashford's a bit hit and miss sometimes. He's a bit inconsistent, But I wouldn't worry about too much. Like it needs to improve. It's certainly poor a bit of a rough patch for him. But like he'll come back no bother. Sure. I mean, you see the goal against Arsenal. That was a brilliant goal. Like I mean, like you know what he can do. Like sure. I'd give him a bit of time. Give him maybe another week or two. He's after a car crash as well, obviously, because
yeah,
Pat Kelly was a concert when he was driving the bus, obviously, But sure. He'll be back. He'll be back to his best no bother. I'd give him just a few times. And no Luke Shaw. That's the thing. No Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw helped him so much. Luke Shaw's gone. He's not the same player.
yeah. That left hand side is just I don't know what the story is. Even the right, like I know Anthony wasn't all that, but you kind of think to yourself, it was nice having him there.
He
was.
gave work like Anthony. Like he gave effort. Like he just wasn't. He's just not the most talented. He's just a bit kind of. He drifts in and out of games. Like he's not a bad player. He gives good effort. Like he does have an impact. He just is a bit in and out. Like he just doesn't. He's not consistent. Yeah. That's the only issue with Anthony. Like he does give effort. Like he does have a good bit to offer, and more than I think we understand. Like like he can really perform if you want him to. It's just he's a bit in and out sometimes. It was the same last season. He can do well for a few minutes. Yeah. Next few minutes he's gone, and like just pretty consistent. Just need to work on it. Like you figure it out in time. Sure, just gotta trust him. Like be patient with him.
Yeah, that's it. But obviously we'll ask the question, right? How can Crystal Palace beat Manchester United tomorrow, Ron? How can they do
it? They can catch us on the counter because even though Jordan Ayew, he's pushing on in age, he's still fast, and he will break your heart if he gets a ball in over the top and like he just turns on the burners. He's true, but they're definitely gonna. I think they're gonna play. I wouldn't say possession type football, but they're gonna, play long balls in over the top, and they're gonna try, catch us ball watching basically. Sometimes you saw it there last season where United players they wouldn't even go and press the player. They just stand there and watch him with the ball and be like, "Oh, yeah, you want to have a shot? No problem, pal. Work away."
That's it. But AA says, "Great show, lads. Much appreciated." And he also says, "What is your predicted lineup for tomorrow's game?" We'll get to that in a few. And yeah, I mean, I was going to ask how come Manchester United will beat Palace, but it's probably the same, isn't it? Counter, just be consistent and don't keep
Yeah.
I mean, you look at
It's basically don't have Onana. Like, look, I love a demanding goalkeeper and a keeper that's good with his feet and has great distribution, which Onana has.
it has to be good.
But
with
I
this.
don't want to see an Onana. I don't want to be seeing Onana.
Playing up top, playing striker tomorrow at Rasmus Island. Playing striker tomorrow at Rasmus Island.
like when we have a corner, I don't want to see Onana up by the halfway line.
Yeah,
I don't want to see that.
It's like do you remember the game against Lens at Old Trafford?
Against Arsenal.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, when he got, he was.
I think that was Dallow's fault as well. That was a bit of Dallow's fault as well, but still, I mean, I know we got rid of the hair,
but
stay in your line.
Yeah, and you go back to the Arsenal game. You go back to the Arsenal game at the Emirates. Everybody's raving on about Onana's the best keeper at distribution. He's some kicking him now, which he does. But I don't want to be seeing this shit about passing around the back and just waiting for one of the lads to just cut it in, get the ball, bang, goal or goal down.
Yeah, that's true. I just don't know. I mean, you even look at Alisson's and the Edersons. They don't come out as far, but they come out, but they still make sure team takes a long shot. Unexpected. At least they still enough time to get back. Not standing out on your box. Or it's hard to stand out on your box when the ball is up the other end of the pitch in the corner, but then you can't be waiting and then shit, I have to get in goal. When you get in, I mean, if Boyender starts tomorrow, which I actually hope he does, because let's see what he does. Will he do the same? Will he do similar to the head? Just stay in your box. Don't move. Don't move. I know we want it's a new style of football these days. Having a keeper who's distribution, good with his feet. He can be. I mean, let's be honest. There's going to be 23 people on that pitch tomorrow, including the ref. They're all good with their feet, but it's not what good with your feet when you're a goalkeeper. You have to be good with this. You know what I mean? Look at the hair. He wasn't bad either with his feet, but he wasn't too bad with these. So he had a few blunders, but I still, I'm not saying, Onana, he's this, he's that. I'm going to give the man time. I respect that he came out after the boring game and admitted, all right, we could have done better besides him, but still. But I mean, Tom, what you do you reckon Onana should maybe change a bit to his game, or what do you reckon he should keep it as it is?
I'd say keep it as it is for now because, let's not forget when De Gea first came in, De Gea had a rough time. I mean, De Gea was even out of the team for Anders Lindegaard to start. I mean, De Gea didn't have a great start either. De Gea had a worse start than Onana, I'd say, to be honest. I mean, a bad start doesn't mean doesn't write off as a player. I think we have to just accept Onana isn't the best shot stopper. De Gea is a better shot stopper than Onana, but Onana's got more distribution and all the technical attributes that we wanted to see. But Onana isn't the tallest either. Onana's not short, but not the tallest keeper in the world exactly. But I think you just gotta give him time to see because obviously, De Gea had a poor start as well, so you got to take into consideration De Gea. De Gea was on the team for a while. I mean, De Gea wasn't even first choice. I mean, that's not bad. De Gea got one by he improved. You see, I mean, I'd keep it as it is for a while, unless it constantly gives problems. Say, come on Christmas time, it's still not working. Then I change it up. But I wouldn't do it just yet. It's still early days. So it's only been here. It's not even here a month, really. To be fair, so it's only been probably playing for a month. I wouldn't be going too hard on the sure. I mean, the lad's only new, sure. I mean, it obviously be a bit nervous adapting to it, sure. So you gotta be patient with him. can't just don't book it immediately.
Yeah, that's it. But listen, let's go to predictions now. Let's get the job done.
I just have one quick question, but just before you do that, right?
Right.
Do you reckon I have enough time to go over for tomorrow?
Yes.
Like,
Hey,
do you reckon I'll make it?
I mean, yeah. I mean, ring up, ask. Listen, Ten Hag needs to book me a flight. I'm on my way over. Well, Ryan, the height difference. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just run to the airport. Just to get the first plane. I did like this. I'll get the first plane.
We thought, what about the height difference? You have to wear high heels and goal or something like that. But listen, that's all right. Just don't say it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just keep
All
the
right,
ball
like,
away from
are you calling me small? Like,
No, I'm just saying. Listen, Barthez, he wasn't tall. I think I'm on about the right goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Look at him. I mean, I'm just saying. Hey, I'm not proving the little people wrong. I'm just saying. You could be like a Barthez, but you can't be a Roy Keane and a Barthez. Like, you know what I mean? Leave some for the rest of us. But yeah, people probably think we're actually having a full-on route. We are. But listen, yes, Ryan, get over there. It's 5 to 9. It's an hour flight over. I won't be surprised if I see it on the pitch tomorrow. Let me change my predicted 11 now. Put Ryan in goal. Send me a photo of yourself. But listen, we'll go to predicted lineups. Right, let me look. I need to know, like, I sent you as our teams, so I think this is it because StreamYard can be a bit of a, you know yourself. Right. So, oh, for God's sake, who's this? Right, Tom, talk us through your predicted 11.
Yeah, I think that's the team we have to go for. To be fair, like, you know what I mean. Again, a bit of a mix of, you know, first choice and a rotation, like obviously Varane in there, all that, like, you know, Regaloo and Dalot, like it's gonna be, it's good. Like Amrabat debut, hopefully, like, you know, I do think Amrabat will hopefully get the nod in over Casemiro, because I think Casemiro needs a bit of a rest. But I'd say that's the most logical team we can go for. Pellistri as well getting a chance, you know, give Bruno a well-deserved rest. Eriksen in there, and then obviously Højlund. I do think Højlund will ahead of Martial. Just get the feeling. Yeah, but I do think this is a team that Ten Hag will play. Yeah,
Boyenda as well. I'll be interested. I know Amrabat's starting. Well, you have him in there, but I'm more excited to see what Boyenda can do. To be fair, I mean, Amrabat, he came on, but I don't think he was playing in his normal position. I think he was more defender.
He was left back.
Like, what's the hell? Like, I will not be surprised if there's a game where we see a back four of Rasmus Højlund, Alejandro Garnacho, Marcus Rashford, and Pellistri.
True.
I'll be like, lads. And then up top, Onana. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But, yeah, I mean, not a bad. I mean, I wouldn't mind that. I mean, it's what we expect. But, Ryan, talk us through your predicted 11.
Right. So obviously you've Onana in goal. I just have a funny feeling that Ten Hag's not going to give Boyendier a chance. I'd love for him to get a chance, but I just don't see it happening. You need Dalot and Reguilon because our fullbacks like to get forward, so you need a bit of pace.
I was a bit worried about Reguilon on Saturday because it went down with a hammy, and I thought, oh, for fuck's sake. But then he chosen he was ill, so I think we're all good there. But yeah, carry on.
I've gone with Lindelof because I think, you know, I can actually see him starting, and we'll be keeping Varane for the Premier League at the weekend. Johnny Evans is just in there because he had a masterclass against Burnley, and I think hopefully he can do more of the same tomorrow night. The reason I've gone with Casemiro and McTominay when I was playing two CDMs is because, as I said before, Evans and Lindelof are not the fastest. They're just there for the defensive cover. Bruno, as much as I'd love to have rested him, I just think we need his creativity in the midfield, you know, picking out passes and pushing forward and stuff. So hopefully he can do a bit tomorrow. Garnacho and Rashford, I mean, I'd like to see Rashford score tomorrow. See if the lad can like get a bit of form going for himself. Garnacho, I think he's going to start because it's Garnacho and he's pacey. He can whip the ball in. He can take on players, which I like about him. And yeah, Hoyland's just going to start because Martial is a bit of a flop.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, Garnacho hasn't his game time is kind of he hasn't got a lot of game time in the last few games, which I like Pellistri, but Garnacho is just serious bread. You know what I mean?
Different gravy.
Exactly. I mean, I haven't predicted him. Have I predicted him to start? I actually haven't, but I went a bit crazy, but I just don't know. But it's me. I hope this is what I think Ten Hag will put it, not me. If it was me, pick Ryan's team, but just take out what's his face, McTominay, and put an Amrabat, and obviously put him around as well. But you have to look on to Saturday. But yeah, I had about. Honestly, if you could see here now, I have about 10 predicted 11, so I'm not sure which one I'm clicking. But yeah, I'm going with the unfortunate Bruno on the wing again. I don't know why. I mean, Hannibal didn't do too bad on the weekend. I thought he done very well. But I will start at the back, boy in there in goal, back four. Reguilon, Lindelof, Varane, and Dalot. I feel like, give Varane maybe 45, 60 minutes. Lindelof the same if you can. But, you mightn't even see Lindelof play on Saturday if Martinez is back. Midfield of Amrabat. I know it's a bit strong, but sure, look, Amrabat, like to see what he can do. Alongside Casemiro, Hannibal Mejbri as well, Cam. What do you think of Hannibal on Saturday? I thought it was decent.
Oh, he was good, he had a good game.
Yeah, no, he was decent.
Yeah. Rashford on the left. Hope he scores. Bruno, I hate going with it, but I just don't know why. I just feel like Ten Hag doesn't like playing Pellistri or Garnacho on the right. I don't know what it is. So Bruno and Rasmus Hoyland up top. So yeah, drop the mic. Score predictions. Tom, talk us. Well, it's not really much to talk about, but go through.
Yeah, I think it'll be a tight enough game. It's going to be, I think, 1-0. I think Garnacho's going to sweep in there with a goal. I haven't seen him score since May when he played against Wolves, but I think it'll be his chance to I can just well imagine good ball coming in. Garnacho just a bit outside the box. Good shot, good goal. That's his trademark goal, really. Yeah, I can well imagine it won't be the most exciting game, but we'll get the job done. We'll try our best. We'll do hard enough to get the win. But I can see a 1-0 game. I don't see like a big scoring game. It'll be a steady, nice 1-0 win, which we'll be happy with. It's the same with Burnley, to be honest, yeah. But I'd say yeah, that's my guess.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. But Ryan, you have also went positive. I mean, simple as, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm only predicting 2-0 because I think Bruno is going to score from open play. Something I wouldn't say something identical to get Burnley, but
that goal.
Something along those lines, maybe a volley or, just a daisy cutter from outside the box.
Yeah.
And I know VAR have fecked us over the last 4 matches, but I can see us getting a penalty and Bruno just scoring a penalty.
Yeah. VAR has fucked us over that many times. I shouldn't be saying this, but the Man United players are going to have to start. VAR is going to have to start using protection on us because, it's hard to hurt the boys. You know what I mean? Like 4 times, I don't know. But anyways, 2-0. I was going to say 3 points, but 2-0 against Palace. I'll take it. I mean, I've also went 2-0. Bruno and Rasmus. Bruno, I don't know what. Rasmus is just, he'll probably score. Nice out heady, I'd say. Ball whipped in. And then Bruno will just, curl it in, top left, into the Sheffield end with 15 minutes left. Tell you now. Man of the match, Bruno Fernandes. But yeah, I mean that concludes the preview. Back to Roy's prediction. No one wants that. That concludes the preview. Of course, there will be. I think the match kicks off at 8:00, lads. Yeah, on the Sky
Yeah.
Sports. So if you don't want to watch shitty Sky, you can come and watch me at 7:30. Do you know what I mean? Wear the pants. You don't go to ads. You just watch me go mad and sing songs for what, an hour and a half. So yeah. And then just one more question. One more. I know it's still early. Can Man United win the Carabao Cup this season? Or will Manchester? Whatever.
We can. Will is a big ask, but we can.
Okay. Yeah, I know it's too early, but I asked this last year and we won, so hopefully, do you know what I mean? Right? What was it?
We can win it, but I can tell you here and now, and I hope I'm wrong, we won't win it.
It's one of those things where we'll get knocked out of the Carabao Cup and win the FA Cup. The way we're playing, we're not doing anything. But yeah, I mean, I know it's late news, but it's from this summer. Supposedly Jadon Sancho has been banished from all the first team facilities and all that. I don't know. I give up. Just that's enough for another day. But listen, Ryan, Tom, legends as always. Appreciate you coming on.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
no,
like I said, there will be a watch along tomorrow, 7:30. Join me for that. Being in, hopefully we can get the job done and progress. Hopefully, it'll be a good performance. Not like Burnley, even though we won. But yeah, follow all our socials, links in the description. And yeah, like I said, I'll speak to you all in the next one. Have a good one. Bye bye.